A new district attorney in L.A. County is already facing a revolt from his own prosecutors. The union representing deputy DAs is expected to ask a judge to block George Gascon from easing up on sentences for crimes involving gangs, guns, and repeat offenders. William Lajeunesse live in Los Angeles with that story. William.
Well, John, the prosecutors want a restraining order against their boss, the elected DA, because what they're being ordered to do, they say, is unethical and illegal. I've never seen anything like this. The DA's Association, about 800 prosecutors, say Gascon's directive is not in the public interest, requiring them to drop charges against felons, dismiss enhancements like crimes against children, using a gun, being a gang member, killing a cop, using a child to rob a convenience store, violating bail, and other crimes. But the most serious is a blanket order barring prosecutors from seeking longer sentences against felons with priors under the state's three strikes law, which requires, quote, in every case in which a defendant has one or more prior serious or violent felony convictions, the prosecuting attorney shall plead and prove each prior conviction. So this internal fight is spilling into courtrooms every day. 26-year-old Fernando Raujo was murdered 4 years ago in a gang shooting. The family is outraged after Gascon cut a deal giving the alleged shooter just 7 years in prison instead of life.
There's a 7-year plea on the table, and we're like, well, nobody really spoke to us. Like, how is it that our loved one is worth 7 years?
To give a gang-related intentional murder like this, a 7-year offer is unheard of. And that's the kind of backdoor, underhanded, unethical deals that are just completely inappropriate.
So using a prior strike, John, can double a prison term, which Gascon believes is unconstitutional, but he's yet to challenge it. He believes using enhancements overcrowds prisons, hurts minorities, and increases crimes. We expect the deputy DAs, to file that case this morning in Superior Court. John?
It seems pretty clear that he was asking his underlings to contravene state law. I mean, that section that you read from California state law makes it pretty clear that you got to consider prior convictions.
Right. And that's why they are filing the challenge, or asking a judge to say, listen, we are in a bind, a rock and a hard spot here. Our boss is telling us to do one thing. The law, our ethical judgment, we've already represented to judges in pending cases. This is what we believe is in the public safety's interest. We work for the people of California. He's telling us to do something different. We can't make these two things work. That's why they're asking the court to intervene. John?
Wow. All right. William Lajeunesse, keep an eye on that story for us. We appreciate it.